It took us this long to get to this point, where I begin actively ranking every single anime battle simulator that's not mine. Sounds like a genius shitposting idea without actually being a shitpost, making it that I'm doing a somewhat serious video in itself a shitpost. If you have no idea who the hell this goofy ass bot is and need some context, there's some linked stuff somewhere in the info cards or the end screen, so make sure to go check out those so you understand everything. And don't just sit here wondering what lunatic ravings I'm on about. Here, I'm totally giving you the time to do this. Alright, if you didn't need the context, we can all agree that recent developments regarding game franchises named Anime Battle Simulator have been chaotic as heck lately. At this point, I'm expecting a fourth one, but I have no idea whether or not it'll be more like the original series, or more like the other games. However, if you are a first-time watcher and only just now found out about the other anime battle simulators, here I don't get it either. The first one, I had a feeling it was an honest mistake. ROBLOX probably didn't show Team Syndic or anything. Game was niche, so by all means they thought they were being original. It's a good-ass name in some circumstances, so I can totally get on board with it being its own thing. Team Syndicor's Anime Battle Simulator. A nice take in another direction. But then the third one showed up, and I have to wonder if they deliberately did it to attempt to steal the thunder of the second one, because Team Syndicor's Anime Battle Simulator was the one that blew up and not mine. It has to be intentional at this point, and actually kind of scummy. Sure, they made a better, actually kind of average game compared to the microtransaction hellhole that was Liquid Anime Battle Simulator and it being the most annoying thing ever gameplay-wise, but how does it stand in the grand scheme of things? Not considering there's two other series with the exact same name and ranking it as an experience? Well, let's find out. First of all, what is Lajebo Games' Anime Battle Simulator? If you need an explanation, it's a combination of Pet Collection Combat Simulator and Human Input Combat Simulator, where the main goal is to defeat NPCs in a straightforward RPG setting. When you first get into the game, it asks you which character you want to start the game with, recommending Naruto to you, but of course you can pick Goku or Luffy. The main gameplay loop is essentially fighting opponents to gain levels, and to complete challenges. By completing challenges or filling out the index, you gain gems, which can be used to upgrade your total stats. The yen is used almost everywhere else that a free-to-play player has access to. It can be quite fun to encounter a boss for the first time, being able to fight suppressed form Frieza, but the novelty of fighting with your pets, despite it looking really good, don't get me wrong, really begins to wear off incredibly quickly. Not only that, but there's no punishment if you happen to die, so you have to ask yourself what the point really was to have NPCs fight back. I mean, here, I had a problem with opponents not fighting back in other games, but the solution here is barely even realized. Just another incredibly short walk back. Some aspects look really good, such as the part-made character models in the style of someone like George DXD, which are freaking sick for the player themselves, and the battle effects. Obviously whoever was hired or gotten for this did a fantastic job. However, it's heavily style mismatched. Some NPCs are done in the traditional shirt and pants method that ROBLOX has always had, looking really out of place in comparison to the character you control. Plus, I'm going to keep saying this, no faces, for non-heroes aren't a good way to make models, it just makes them look unsettling and lazy. You had the effects guy on board, why couldn't you make faces, or shadow out faces you don't want to make for the NPCs? That'd make it look so much better. Plus, I feel as if some attacks, from what I've played, look pretty, but don't have the oomph they should have. Kind of leading to an underwhelming spirit bomb. But everything else seems to be built nice, and I can massively respect that. However, my praise for the game ends there. Once we get to the combat itself, it follows the anime cross method for skills, except F, which is their ultimate attack. You attack using the mouse, but after a while, the combat feels shallow and unrefined, more like you rely on your pets more than your own skill and level. I found that you can literally stand back and fire projectiles at the opponent, and because the pets in the game do most of the damage, you aren't really losing anything by doing so. By all means, unlocking skills by using skills repeatedly sounds amazing. But Once you get your skills, it's discouraging to do that all over again for another character, even if they are as strong as your main. Honestly, having them be unlocks from currency, or having to do a neat set of missions to unlock them permanently regardless of characters, or my personal favorite, just have them be available for you from the start, all are much better ideas, given that it isn't massively overpriced. Seriously, having it be like this and then getting more characters down the line could be an absolute chore down the line. Also, you can charge the skills, which is cool, but they don't deal any additional damage or do anything, if you do charge them. Let it be known, that I fucking despise anime games that exist, as a money-making scheme and nothing more. Like, we get it, you like clout. And this time, it's bog standard, as hell, when it comes to this stuff. First of all, the chances of you, as a free-to-play player, pulling anything higher than an epic are basically nothing. You need to advance way later into the game to get a chance of that sweet legendary without being preem. And that's sitting 4 minutes or hours in and for the prism animation to repeatedly play, until you get that shiny notification saying you got a legendary. Congrats. Now pull the fucking secret or mythic whatever, which is even worse. And their rates aren't even 0.1%, they are genuinely more dogshit than most gacha games, and by the time you even can obtain one, the commons or rares you can just pull are levels ahead and are just better, so why not go there instead? The fact that people pay for this shit, or even pay to make it less egregious, is astonishing to me, because that is actually predatory. Not to mention, why the drops don't immediately come to me, as in I have to either spend gems on that, or fucking pay up for what shouldn't even be an issue in the first place, or why pets, God forbid the chances of getting pets, are locked behind fucking paywalls. They are not even legally yours in the first place and they are going to be replaced, so why not put them in the other banner? Hell, make the banner rates less fucking retarded. That's not even everything there and it makes me visibly angry. Why isn't all that monetizing effort for cosmetics, an original character, or something semi-decent? That's what makes this game annoying to me. Yeah, there's Twitter codes, joining the Discord, and so on, but the fact that progressing the game easier is locked to social media actually is horseshit. If I do not want to join your Discord, because you're cool and you have good shit, or follow you on Twitter, then the game shouldn't jingle keys at me to do so. Overall, considering everything I mentioned, the game is a pretty solid 3 out of 10. Pretty game and good for, if you have to launder money somewhere and have a power fantasy, but you can certainly find better simulators like this, and better games that aren't like this. Just go play Dokkan Battle or support aspiring creators to make better game than this, okay?